We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. All right, so a lot of folks want me to talk about the whole Cam Newton situation. If you guys don't know, he caused a bunch of controversy a few days ago when there was a female reporter and she was basically asking him about, his route running. And he kind of looked at her and he laughed, like, almost surprised, like, oh, wow, a woman asking about route running, like what? And her name is Jordan Rodriguez. And basically, she was really offended. She was really upset. Now the feminists came behind her to support her. And he ended up losing his Dannon yogurt endorsement. He also got in trouble by Gatorade. It was just a bunch of mess that went down. I want you guys to go ahead and watch this video, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
I know you take a lot of pride in seeing your receivers play well. Devin Funchess has seemed to really embrace the physicality of his routes and getting those extra yards. Does that give you a little bit of an enjoyment to see him kind of truck sticking people out there?
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes, like, it's funny. But fun is coming along, man. We're gonna. This is a big game for him because of him being from Detroit, and I know he wants this win extremely bad, and just to see his growth over the years. Completely different player. We're not just on the field, and I told him and Benji today, those guys' preparation has been different this year, and credit the coaching for it. And just moving forward, we're going to expect those same things.
Cam Newton is one of the biggest stars in football, a 2010 Heisman Trophy winner, a multi-million-dollar pitchman, and a role model to kids. His words matter. Now we're hearing from him publicly for the first time since his controversial comments.
This morning, Carolina Panthers star Cam Newton is apologizing.
I understand that my word choice was extremely degrading and disrespectful to women. If you are a person who took offense to what I said, I sincerely apologize to you.
He seemed to really embrace the physicality of his routes.
It's funny to hear a female talk about routes, like, it's funny.
Panthers defense.
But Jordan Rodriguez of the Charlotte Observer wasn't laughing, tweeting, "I don't think it's funny to be a female and talk about routes. I think it's my job." The controversy escalated when Panthers coach Ron Rivera said Newton tried to make amends.
I think Cam made a mistake. I understand he had a conversation where he pretty much said that he shouldn't have said what he said.
Rodriguez said, "I sought Mr. Newton out as he left the locker room. He did not apologize." An NFL spokesman ripping the comments as just plain wrong and disrespectful. Endorsement deals now in jeopardy. Gatorade calling their remarks objectionable. Dannon blasting them as sexist and already severing ties with Newton.
Women make up about half of the NFL's fan base right now, and women also, studies have shown, make the majority of the purchasing decisions in households.
It is this star quarterback who is playing defense.
I've learned a valuable lesson from this, and to the young people who see this, I hope that you learn something from this as well. Don't be like me, be better than me.
Now, reaction to Newton's apology has been mixed. Some fans saying he owned up to a huge mistake. Critics saying he didn't even mention the reporter by name. As Panthers teammates say, they're trying to stay focused. They're taking on the Detroit Lions on Sunday.
All right, so you guys just saw the video. So, of course, once that video went viral, ESPN had to come out and talk about the situation. Gatorade came out. So far, they haven't dropped him, but Gatorade says that Cam Newton's comments were objectionable and disrespectful to all women. They do not reflect the values of our brand. Gatorade fully supports women who compete in, report on, and coach for or play in any sport on or off the field, okay? So after that, like I said, ESPN, Michael Neuwirth, they also released a statement. But then this is what Dannon had to say when they basically released him from his contract. So Dannon says, "We are shocked and disheartened at the behavior and comments of Cam Newton towards Jordan Rodriguez. which we perceived as sexist and disparaging to all women. It is entirely inconsistent with our commitment to fostering equality and inclusion in every workplace. It's simply not okay to belittle anyone based on gender. We have shared our concerns with Cam and we will no longer work with him. So they ended up dropping him. And then afterwards, Cam Newton issued an apology. He apologized on Twitter. And then he came out and he made a video apologizing as well. So I want you guys to go ahead and check out his apology. Check this out.
After careful thought, I understand that my word choice was extremely degrading and disrespectful to women. And to be honest, that was not my intentions. And if you are a person who took offense to what I said, I sincerely apologize to you. I'm a man who tries to be a positive role model in my community and tries to use my platform to inspire others. And I take ownership to everything that comes with that. And what I did was extremely unacceptable. I'm a father to two beautiful daughters. And at their age, I try to instill in them that they can do and be anything that they want to be. And the fact that during this whole process, I've already lost sponsors and countless fans, I realized that the joke is really on me. And I've learned a valuable lesson from this. And to the young people who see this, I hope that you learn something from this as well. Don't be like me, be better than me. And to the reporters, to the journalists, to the moms, super moms, to the daughters, the sisters, and the women all around the world, I sincerely apologize and hope that you can find the kindness in your heart to forgive me. Thank you.
All right, so you guys just saw Cam Newton's apology. But what was so ironic is that Jordan Rodriguez, people dug up her old tweets, and this bitch is a racist. She said a lot of racist things. She's also quoted her racist ass hick daddy. You know what I'm saying? She had no problem writing words like nigga, you know? So I find it funny that, you know, people forget the stupid shit that they do. And they should be forgiven. But when somebody does something to offend you, it's off with their head.
So regardless of what his thoughts are, this is a really bad look, not just for him, but for the Panthers too.
Rodriguez's own words are also drawing scrutiny. On Thursday, she posted she's deeply sorry after controversial and since deleted tweets of hers from 4 years ago surfaced, one containing a racial slur.
When I first saw it, my brother showed it to me, I did not get the hype. I did not understand what she was so offended about. And I took it as almost like he was surprised, you know, that a female, not so much because it's a female, but you got to think about it. One, sports reporting, you know, stuff like that. That's not a female type thing, okay? I did IT for a living. You guys know I worked in the IT field. There's not a whole lot of girls in IT. It's a male-dominated field. So anytime a guy would hear that I worked in IT, they were like almost shocked, pleasantly surprised. I never took it as them being sexist towards all women. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it was like, what? You work IT? Huh? Like, I wouldn't have thought that. But it wasn't like a disrespectful thing. And that's how I took it when he said that to her. Like, wow, you know, of all the questions she could ask, you know, female accent about that. Like, I thought he took it as almost like, wow, you know, like almost like happy, like she asked something outside of the box. I didn't take it as him being sexist. But of course, you had people who love to play victim 24/7. You know, people are saying, well, he laughed, you know, just real condescendingly. You know, we live in this day and age where people are so sensitive. You know, you're not allowed to be yourself. Everything hurts. Everybody's offended by everything. And I just find it just really, really just stupid. You know, I didn't see anything wrong in what he said. I didn't see anything defamatory. He didn't say, you know, who the fuck let this fucking female bitch in to ask me questions, or who do you think you are? Like, he didn't come at her like that. Like, he giggled and was like, wow, you know, a woman accent about that, you know. But again, we live in a day and age where people get offended by every little thing. And I really feel like the real reason why Cam's endorsement was dropped is because we all know when Cam first came out, he was kind of pro-black, I would say that. And he was talking about how, you know, there's not a lot of black quarterbacks. And, you know, that's why when he does the dab, you know, people were feeling some type of way and things. And he spoke really well for himself. And then he got some backlash, and then he was All Lives Matter Cam, where, you know, it was all about All Lives Matter, and he's worn all the little weird outfits, and he refused to talk about anything race-related. And then recently, he decided to go back to his Black Pride days, and during his last touchdown. So I really feel that the reason why Dannon and all these people are going at Cam Newton and trying to punish him is because of his political stance in support of Colin Kaepernick, you know. But I don't feel bad for this reporter chick. You know, you sent out a bunch of racist ass, rude ass tweets like, fuck you and your feelings. You didn't care about the damn black folks you were offending back then. I don't care if it was 4 or 5 years ago. Nor did you care about the Native Americans that you were offending back then. See, shit is cute when you get to perpetuate bullshit. It's cute, and, you know, you're still seen as dainty. You're still able to get a job because if her employer was truly thorough, they would have went through her public, you know, they would have went through her Twitter timeline. They would have checked everything that she's ever posted online and seen that, and she wouldn't have been given a job. But the fact that she could tweet that, and those tweets were still up 4 or 5 years later, it's not like she deleted them back in like 2012. They were still up for people to find. Let you know that she didn't give a fuck. So she can dish it, but then she can't take it. And to me, like I said, I don't even see anything where he really disrespected her. You know, so now here goes an update on the Cam Newton case. As of yesterday, Cam Newton was asked again about the whole situation, and he's basically explaining himself and saying he's really actually trying to compliment her. You know, it wasn't meant to be a sexist comment, and that's how I took it. Like, he was almost like, you know, like, oh my God, like a woman asking me this. Like, it wasn't trying to be sexist, but almost like, you know, like just shocked and almost happy that he's getting a different type of question from a female reporter. So this is what Cam Newton had to say yesterday. Go ahead and check out this video really quick.
So weak. You know, my sarcasm trying to give somebody a, you know, a compliment, you know, turn in ways I never would have even imagined. But, you know, like I said, you know, I'm a man of God and a man that has an unbelievable support cast from fans, great teammates, great coaching, as well as family members and friends, man, that kept me up all this week. And you know, I just wanted to have a little notion of a shout out to, you know, our strong women.
What do you think about Jordan not being here?
All right, so you guys just saw what Cam Newton had to say as of yesterday. So like I said, I definitely agree with him. I didn't take that as a sexist comment. I didn't take that as him being disrespectful. You know, I find it funny that he's being punished and he's losing endorsement deals and all this other bullshit because, you know, he dared, you know, giggle and use the word woman. Meanwhile, our commander-in-chief is on tape bragging about grabbing bitches by the pussy. You know what I'm saying? And just kissing women forcefully and not even asking for permission, just grabbing them by their head and giving them a kiss. But this man is running the country. You know what I'm saying? He still got elected, but Dannon is in their damn feelings over what Cam Newton said. You know what, Dannon? That's why I'm going to make sure I stick to your play and every other damn yogurt besides y'all. Since y'all want to be on some dumb shit, I won't fuck with Dannon either. Since y'all don't want to fool with Cam Newton over some goofy shit, I won't be fooling with y'all neither, okay? So I just thought the whole situation was just blown out of proportion. You know what I'm saying? And the funny thing is she's not going to lose her job, you know, even though her social media pages, you know, show a lot of racist tweets, and the fact that her employer ignored it and she was still able to get a good paying job, good salary, you know what I'm saying, dealing with some of the biggest names in the world. And, you know, she's still blessed with that opportunity. And it's also funny that her boss, they're not coming out and saying how disappointed they are in her, you know, tweets and all that other stuff. Nobody is calling her out on her bullshit. It wasn't until social media found those tweets and, you know, threw the shit back in her face. So the whole situation is interesting, but hopefully Cam Newton learns from this, and you know, he's just gonna have to walk a, you know, a thin line, because obviously in this day and age, you can't joke with nobody. You know what I'm saying? You have to be super ultra PC, and this is why this world is just going to hell in a handbasket, because every little thing offends everybody, and I'm so over it. Y'all just don't know. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button, and make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.